Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the most recent episode of Birds vs. Boys. There's not much going on in terms of the world of football. The Senior Bowl is happening in Mobile, Alabama, and the Shrine Bowl happening in Texas. Other than that, the Eagles are in the fucking Super Bowl, and the Cowboys finally have a head coach. Aiden, I want to be the first. Well, I think I was kind of probably one of the first to congratulate you through a FaceTime. So I think that was very honorable of me.
It was.
So congratulations.
Thank you.
I continued, and I was right since probably the middle of the season, saying I don't believe any team will come into Philly and win in the playoffs, and I was right. Congratulations. You are in the Super Bowl. We have tons to talk about in terms of that. KMS here with Aiden. Just walk me through it. How you feeling?
I feel amazing. I feel grateful. I cannot believe the sequence of events and how it played out to, like you said, just to be playing at home in the NFC Championship game and for it to play out how it did. It somehow at points was even less stressful than playing the 49ers, who were using Christian McCaffrey as an emergency quarterback the last time we played an NFC Championship game. They were phenomenal on offense. Saquon Barkley is a god amongst men, and it was great. It was as good. It was even better than I could have ever hoped. Take my highest imaginations. There was like 5% of my brain that was like, they could blow this team out. They did that and then some. It was phenomenal. I feel over the moon. There's one to go. Finish the job. But I have said this from the start. If you don't appreciate the journey along the way, it means less. So appreciate what you have to get to this point. It took a lot, and we got one to go.
I knew the game was over, and it's funny that you mentioned the 49ers NFC Championship game because it brought me back to that game when they had the Devontae Smith catch down the sideline that they weren't sure if it was a catch or not, and they rushed. Remember, it was the same thing in the 49ers game where he had a catch on the sideline, and then and they rushed, and they got it, and they said it wasn't a catch. But so as soon as I was like, it's going to be one of those.
And that was a catch, by the way, Devontae Smith. And honestly, that game in ways like I didn't expect the Eagles to score 55 points. I don't think anybody expected them to score 55 points. But you and I talked about a lot of things that were going to happen in this game that did play out the way it did. The Commanders ran their offense exactly how I thought they were going to run it. It was to the line quickly, hurry up offense, in shotgun, get the ball out quick. The first drive is 18 plays. And it's not just them run. They threw it a lot on that drive. And you're thinking, all right, this might be the only chance. Saquon erases that in one play, and you're like, okay. Like,
it was literally like the life. National championship game where Notre Dame put everything on the line on that like 10-minute drive to start the game, went down the field. Now they got a touchdown, but then like Ohio State just came back and bang, touchdown. It was like immediately you're like, okay.
Yep. It really was that moment where like in the Avengers where they're like, oh, they have this. And then Robert Downey Jr.'s character is like, we have a Hulk. And that's exactly how it played out. I was like, they couldn't have they probably should have went for it on fourth down after going for it twice on fourth down. And that first drive, they really couldn't ask for much more. It was 18 plays. They had the Eagles defense gas. They had them on the field. They converted on third downs. The offense is working. And in one play, that's just totally erased. And I just felt like that again and again and again. And it's what we thought is the Eagles just have more guys. If they open up their offense to get more creative, it's going to be very hard for this Commanders defense to keep up. It's going to wear on them to be able to handle Saquon Barkley for 4 quarters. They couldn't handle him for one play in that game in the first quarter. So it went exactly how we thought. And man, was the creativity in that offense flawless. Stuff we haven't even seen before. Before this game, Dallas Goedert had one rush attempt. It was a screen pass he caught backwards. He takes one on an actual carry this time. Pop passes to Devontae Smith. Anytime they got one-on-one coverage with A.J. Brown, they took advantage of that, including a huge fourth down. And for the touchdown as well, like everything about it, the motion, pre-snap, everything they did, it was exactly what we hoped for.
I literally think, and I'm not joking about this, that the Saints GM and owner watched that game after having their interview with Mike McCarthy that apparently did not go well last week. They watched that game. They saw the creativity. They saw things they've never seen before, and they booked their ticket on their PJ up to Philly immediately interviewed Kellen Moore, and now he's going to be the head coach of the Saints.
Yeah, I'm really disappointed about this for a multitude of reasons. One, just to have like solidarity through the offseason for once. The Eagles just never seem to have it. It's a new coordinator. It's a new this. It's always something. So it would have been great if he stayed for this season, and I thought he was going to when he didn't get the Cowboys job. Well,
and maybe you'll get it. Maybe you'll get a draft pick out of it again.
Yeah, that's true. We could. Also, funny thing, unrelated, the Giants did not get a compensatory pick for Saquon Barkley.
Hilarious.
Every step along the way, it somehow gets worse. But now he's going to be the coach, and I'm like, is he going to be worried about that in New Orleans while we're fucking trying to win the Super Bowl here, like a Jonathan Gannon level thing? So I want focus. I want solidarity. I want to be ready. I want to be ready. But yeah, what a time.
That's gotta be such an interesting dichotomy of life, right? Like, I'm sure he knows he has the job, right? I'm sure, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, like, it's your job. Mike McCarthy pulled himself out of the race, and now he's going to go back into his cave and make a fake coaching staff and put together a Netflix documentary and try and get back in the league next year. But
somebody else pulled out too. I don't remember who,
but Joe Brady.
Yep, that was it.
But if I would say the Saints, I'm like, okay, it's my job now. Leave me alone for 2 weeks.
I agree. I hope that's the case. And I think it's a little different, obviously, this time around. And I think that really is the big difference with the Eagles this time around. You've seen the questions on the test. A lot of this team has been in the Super Bowl. This is not going to be a brand new experience. They've been in this moment. They've been on this. They've literally been to the stadium this year. They know the opponent. They've played that opponent back-to-back years. It's the same coach. It's the same quarterback. It's the same defensive coordinator that you're going to have to be scheming for. You understand what media days work like. You understand how the event works, whether it's an extended halftime. Everything about it you are now more familiar with. Nothing should surprise you in terms of the sequence of events around this event.
Even the stadium. They played in the stadium this year.
Played in it this year. Yep, Superdome. We don't have to worry about the sod father this time, which is always okay.
Your microphone is,
this is hilarious because
I swear Viagra.
It's trying to do this to me on purpose because when camera's not on, it stays up the entire time, even when I'm not recording in this seat. The lights, camera action, this thing falls immediately.
So when you're all by yourself, it's always standing tall. When she shows up, it falls right down.
Just scared to perform. Can't get up when it's time.
There's two reasons why I fully believe that the Eagles are going to win the Super Bowl. One, I believe that they are better than the Chiefs than they were in the last Super Bowl. I don't know if the Chiefs are better.
Agreed.
Two, Colin Cowherd said he does not think the Eagles are going to even get into the red zone, which shows me that they're going to put up 65 points in this.
That's a wild take to have after watching a team score 55. Like, they scored 7 rushing touchdowns, the best.
And the Bills went up and down the field. It's not like the Bills got shut out.
Yeah, I was going to say they scored 29. So, yeah, I don't know. That's a wild take to have, even if you believe it.
I do think we need to take one somber second here to sad moment, obviously, within the celebrations. I think his name was Tyler, 18-year-old student at Temple, passed away climbing the pole. So horrifying.
Very sad. I was down there. I actually saw somebody on a stretcher. I don't know if it was him. I'll say this. I thought 99% of the celebration was clean. I know last time we had like the bus thing fall through. Nobody was up on that this time. There was nothing over the top, really. So that situation is really, really sad because it was like a joyous moment.
Yep.
And it wasn't even being carried away. I will say this. I think we need to. I thought the celebration matched the moment, whereas like everybody was downtown, but it wasn't over the top. Like it was a collective. It's
almost like we've been here before.
It was we've been here before, and this isn't the celebration. Like this is a celebration. So I was actually really happy with how people handled it. Like everyone went downtown. We were shooting fireworks off. We walked home. That was it. Like we were down there. had a beer with 10,000 of my closest friends. We're out of there. So I did think that, and it's a little bit subdued. I don't know when we started jumping off the poles.
Yeah.
We didn't used to jump off.
No.
But
Nope.
I've seen videos of people attempting backflips and stuff.
Why?
Yeah.
No.
We got it. No, I know the person who passed away didn't jump.
No.
But I've seen videos of people jumping, and I don't know when jumping entered the equation, but let's not do that if we win the Super Bowl.
Why don't you just not, so you can watch the game?
Exactly. Also, Kevin, I will say this. Everything I just said is probably hypocritical. I got a little carried away. I was really excited. So we were there, and this was more on the walk home because I was so fired up. I'm like, we're going to the Super Bowl. I'm with all the people. I made 22 friends that I'll never see again, but we got a bond for life. They've got an invite to my wedding. We walking down the street. I'm hanging out with the people in the cars. This time, unlike the Super Bowl, I didn't get into any cars or vans or on top of them. So I was smart there. But I got separated from the group. I ended up hanging out with this car. They're like, we're smoking on this Jaden Daniels pack. Do you want some? And I was like, why not? We are. Technically, we are smoking on the Jaden Daniels pack. Yes. So I took that. That's probably a bad idea. We were walking down the street. I decided to jump up on this ledge, which I did get on the ledge. Unfortunately, the ledge was covered in ice.
Ice.
So I jumped up, and it's probably as high. It was honestly probably as high as my counter. Like it was a solid jump. So that was not great. I get up there and immediately slip, fall back the other way. We get to the bar afterwards. I'm like, man, my head and my wrist actually really hurt. I literally.
Are you in concussion protocol?
I was in concussion protocol. Yep. I got to get cleared by next Sunday. I literally got up there, wing, feet right up front of me, fell right back. So I was like, I got to relax.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, God.
I get so excited being with the people.
I will too one day again when the drought is over, as Stephen Jones says.
That's the other thing. This is also funny. Don't take this the wrong way. Because yesterday you told me you were like, I'm going to try to do a video on Schotty. And we were talking about planning for this week. I'm live streaming on TikTok every single night. So Streamathon's going on. We're in through 2 days. By the time you hear this, it'll probably be day 3. We're live every single night talking birds. So we were talking about that, and you were like, I'm going to do a Schotty video. And I love it. I want you to do a million videos. But part of me was like, thank God I'm doing Eagles Super Bowl videos and not, all right, let me talk myself into the special teams coordinator.
Offensive. He was the offensive coordinator. Thank you.
Whatever you want it to be. I was like, thank God I'm doing Eagles Super Bowl content.
He told me we're going to have championships. So, yeah.
We'll see.
I will say leaving, I'm not talking myself into him, but leaving the press conference, I am less worried about Brian Schottenheimer and much more worried about Jerry and Steven.
They don't get it. Nobody's not got it more than those two.
Did you see the air quotes?
No, well, I saw the Glory Holes comment, which
Steven,
he has a PR team. It's like Succession. It's not just him running around. There's a million people. Has no one explained to him this yet?
Nope.
Okay.
Stephen Jones, while on the press conference, they were talking about, how are you going to change the years and no Super Bowls, and it was actually brought up, what the Eagles are doing. Is there things you can take from them? Blah, blah, blah. And Stephen Jones got up there and basically was saying that he's like, well, yeah, this drought, and he did air quotes, this drought that people say we're in for the Super Bowl and the NFC Championship. And I'm like, I was listening to it in my AirPod while in my house, and I was like, what do you mean, motherfucker? You are in a drought. And Lisa's like, what are you yelling at? What are you talking? I'm like, that's just, but like, it's so condescending and so like, you are in a 29-year drought. Yesterday was 29 years ago, the last time they won a Super Bowl.
It would be like looking at a burning building and being like, the quote unquote fire
Yeah,
occurring. Like, like, well, what else would you call 29 years? And at this point, like, it's not just the Super Bowl thing. Like, it's not even an NFC Championship, and like, you just watched two division rivals. Like, I know they talked about modeling after the Eagles. The Commanders might be in a better spot than you.
They did it with your coach and your players.
Yes,
minus Jaden Daniels.
And I was gonna say, and they have a rookie quarterback on a rookie deal who is the real deal.
Yeah, he's gonna be a problem for the next couple of years for us.
Not anymore. Not after I hung out with those guys in that car on Broad Street.
Now he's going to be RG3.
Yep. Smoked his pack.
Done. I still can't believe it. My wife played the fight song on Alexa in my house 35 times after the game. And like, as the game, we had family and friends over, Lisa's parents, and like stuff all over the house. And like, at the fourth quarter, I just went on a cleaning rampage in the kitchen and was like, had it on, and I could see. But I was like, nope, this is not happening. And I was just cleaning the whole kitchen, and Lisa was taking pictures of me, which I didn't know, and like sending it to all of our friends, being like, oh, Kevin, at least my kitchen's clean. Oh, loser. So
you should send me over there. I always go on fourth quarter cleaning sprees, but that's out of anxiety.
Yeah. Mine was just, and now I'm getting emails from my daughter's dance studio, because she has dance on Saturdays, and they're like, make sure you wear your Eagles gear the next 2 Saturdays for class. And I'm like, walking into the gym at 4:45 this morning, I scan in, they're like, go Birds. I'm like, motherfucker.
Yeah. That's what I love though, like the togetherness when the Eagles are good. I went to a pep rally up the street on Friday, and it's like, it's nothing crazy, but I'm just like, the city's together, like everyone. Clearly, I was only up there for like 20 minutes because I had to work, but everybody else was like, had taken the day off. They were at the brewery right near the pep rally. Like, everyone was just having a good time. The families were out. Everyone's got an Eagles flag. Like you, I walk into the gym, they got a big Eagles flag hanging there. Like, everybody's together. Everyone's like, show your spirit at your gym, at your school, at your church, like everything.
Me.
So, and then there's you. You're like the Grinch who comes down into Whoville, and you're want to be miserable, but then you get the Christmas spirit from the Whoville people, and you're like, I kind of want to be a part of this now.
But like,
I'm gonna have a cold heart.
But at least I'm not like a normal Cowboys fan that's just like, no, they still suck. Far suck. So our neighbors across the street were having a big party, and we've been watching every game with them, but Lisa's parents and my brother came over, so we ran over there for a quarter, just me and her. And like, as soon as I walk in the door, the whole place like, boo, get him out, don't let him in, boo. And I'm like, hi everybody. And I was there for like 10 minutes, and the Eagles scored 2 touchdowns, and they're like, I'm like, yeah, until when I leave now, if it goes the other way, you're gonna come on my door, and you're gonna be banging on my door to come over to be like, can you come back real quick? I said I was a good luck charm. Okay.
Yeah. We'll take whatever we can get.
This Dad Gang hat, and I didn't even realize. Like, why do you have a Commanders colored Cowboys hat? It has this D on it. I'm like, no, that's not what this is.
That's what I said too. When you FaceTime me, I was like, that's Commanders colors, and you know
it. Oh God.
Well, I know the Cowboys would like to model after the Eagles. I can officially say it, state it, stamp it. The strategy worked. It is official. It's been official for a while, but now we can really, really stamp it. Drafting kids from the greatest college defense of all time worked. It is official. Nolan Smith now has 4.5 playoff sacks. That is a franchise record. And he is in year 2? Year 3?
Yeah.
Amazing stuff. Jalen Carter has been a beast.
Can't think of his name. The linebacker who's filling in for Nakobe Dean. Been playing great.
Owen Burks has been really good. His pursuit in terms of like spying on the quarterback's been really good. Made some huge tackles. So tackling in space has been awesome. Yep. They're really good there. And I was very worried about that. In that game. I think a lot of people brought this up, but the Eagles on that defense, even down the Kobe Dean, feel better than they do in 2022. You trust the defensive coordinator more. Marcus Epps was the safety. That's now Reed Blankenship. Up front, it was Fletcher Cox, who was awesome, but it was him, Linval Joseph, and Ndamukong Suh. So by the end of that season, it was kind of held together by string there at the defensive tackle. Now you got Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, and Milton Williams. So yeah, I feel a little bit more as confident as you could feel going against Patrick Mahomes, which admittedly is like a 6.2 out of 10.
Yep. I don't know.
We'll do a full preview of it, but
we'll be doing lots of previews.
I'm streaming every night.
I think this is the time to enjoy for you.
Yep. I'm just so happy.
Soak it in, take it moment by moment. When do they fly down? Do you know this?
I think it's Sunday or Monday because media day is like right away. I think it's
literally media day is like Monday probably.
Yeah. Yep. They get it right out of the way. I will also say this. They had a commercial for the Pro Bowl, and thank whatever gods you believe in that I am watching AJ Brown in a Super Bowl and not in the
tug of war
flag football contest next Sunday.
And tug of war, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. There's dodgeball, tug of war, and a flag football contest. So they're really like, remember when you had field day in school? Yep, that's what those guys are doing. And we're trying to win a Super Bowl. So
Aiden, I was on my way to the gym at 4:40 this morning, listening to draft prospects in Mobile, Alabama, being interviewed on the draft show. So that's where my life is right now.
I have one, and I've already locked this person into the Eagles. So, one, Abdul Carter wanting to be an Eagle is the funniest thing in the world to me. Don't let it happen. So Walter Nolan, Ole Miss. It looks huge. I'm watching the video right now. He is somebody who picked 31 or 32. He might not fall there, but he's really, really good. A lot of people are high on him as a late first-round pick. So I've already locked it in that this will somehow magically happen for us, the way things have been going in the draft recently. Walter Nolan, you are an Eagle.
I will say the Cowboys are going to have to nail this draft because I think there's going to be lots of holes on this team. If you think about probably losing Oso Odigizua, probably losing Jordan Lewis, Michael Kendricks is going to be a free agent. Zach Martin might retire. You're probably not going to have Trayvon Diggs for the year. Overshown's probably done for the year, if not late in the season. Lots of holes, lots of depth. Who knows what's going to happen in the wide receiver core, and Brandon Cooks is probably gone. So there's lots of holes. And hey, Stephen Jones said that they were going to pay players and go into free agency, but we know how that is. So, you know, since I looked this up, since 2019, the Cowboys have signed 37 free agents that were of their own, 27 players who were not their own. And I think only 6 of them saw the field for the Cowboys. And on average, they paid $2.23 million for a free agent.
In these days, 2.2, 2.3 is like literally quite the bare minimum.
I started like doing, I'm like, oh yeah, all these like free agents that they signed that were their big names Ronald Jones never saw the field. Gerald McCoy never saw the field. Royce Freeman this year never saw the field. Clinton Dix never saw the field. They signed, these are like their name guys that they get and they never even play.
But it always seems like they get name guys, but they get them like after
17 years after they're done.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like maybe he has 1 year left. So you're not even projecting for the future very well.
I don't know. Maybe sign a guy like Saquon Barkley, where next year his cap hits $3.5 million, and then the next year it's like 11, and then after that, okay, it's 13. Oh wow! Oh my God! How are we ever going to survive a $13 million cap hit for the Hulk?
Kevin, it's so fun. It's the best. It is so much fun. I feel it's the SpongeBob meme. Me and Patrick are playing outside. I'm Patrick. He's SpongeBob. You're Squidward looking through the window watching us have fun. It is so much fun to watch him play football. I do this every show, but I just can't believe that we're going to be in a Super Bowl and Saquon Barkley is on the team. If you would have told me this in 2016, but I'm like, this is my favorite college football player of all time.
On his birthday.
I would have never believed you 8 years later that he would be on the Eagles. Doing
on
this.
his birthday.
On his birthday. And Cooper DeJean's birthday.
And if you add their 2 birthdays up, it equals 59, and it's Super Bowl 59.
I'm going to buy a hat. I'm not going to buy any jerseys or anything unless we win, but I really like the hats. I like the logo.
You like
that win or lose
too.
What?
You have the hat from last time too.
I do. Maybe I shouldn't buy the hat. That didn't work out too well.
Why don't you wait?
I might wait. But I like the hat. I like the hat. I don't know.
Get the hat.
I might. I kind of want to. Oh, man. What a ride. Win or lose, what a ride.
I'm exhausted.
I think we'll do a bunch of preview of the game, but this show is more Brian Schottenheimer is now the coach of the Cowboys. The Eagles are going to the Super Bowl. The gratefulness that I have for everything that's occurred and how it's played out is better than my wildest dreams. 3 straight draft classes, A+, A+, A+. Exactly how we would hope. Prospects that we'd hope. Now they're delivering in their prime. Jalen Hurts proved who he could be in a big moment yet again. Saquon Barkley is an Eagle. It's the best. We've got one more to go. Finish the job. But wow, what a journey so far. I can't believe we're here. Culminated with an NFC Championship 50 burger where they were offensively flawless.
All right, everybody, make sure that you follow along during Aiden's streamathon. He will be going live every day and every night until the Super Bowl. Make sure that you follow us everywhere we are on social media. The memes are coming out. Everything's coming out. Birds vs. Boys Pod, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, anywhere you listen to podcasts, full episodes are there. Make sure you follow us so you can watch Aiden's limp mic right here on the YouTube channel, Birds vs. Boys Pod. If it's your first time, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Make sure you smash that subscribe button. And if you are back, one of our regulars, we appreciate you all the time. I will be putting out, as we said earlier, a quick Schotty video about Brian Schottenheimer, my thoughts around that, the
Fun
team that he is building, and looking into the future. Listen, limp Mike, okay? Enjoy your day. Enjoy your week. The Eagles are in the Super Bowl. The Cowboys are not.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Chris Hansen here, and I'm going to need you all to take a seat right over there and check out Birds versus Boys.
I think you're completely right here, and I hate it.
Yep. Hey, idiots. Stop doing dumb things. I got 2 phones. Upset alert. Upset alert. I might go insane.
I think you're already there.
There's no hope. Hope is gone.
If this was an AFC North podcast, we'd be done in 15 minutes.
Bob Hope.
I'm going to drink bleach.
That is
the team you promised me you were going to be this year! This is the Consciously Hopeful podcast.
I'll be watching.